Close your eyes and imagine this: a land where the sun almost never sets in summer, but almost disappears in winter. A land where volcanoes breathe fire while glaciers sleep like frozen giants. This is Iceland, the land of fire and ice. Life here is not ordinary, it is extraordinary. People wake up to the sound of crashing waves, surrounded by mountains carved by time, and streets filled with colorful houses that look like something out of a fairy tale. But living here is not just about beauty, it is about survival, resilience, and harmony with nature. In Iceland, every day is a battle against the cold, yet also a celebration of life. And tonight we will explore how people in this magical land build happiness, even in the harshest of environments. Iceland is often called the land of fire and ice, and for a very good reason. Imagine a country that has more than 130 volcanoes, some still alive, ready to erupt at any moment. At the same time, almost 11% of the land is covered by massive glaciers, sheets of ice that have been here for thousands of years. Fire and ice, two forces that should destroy each other. But in Iceland, they live side by side. When a volcano erupts, rivers of lava reshape the land. When the glaciers melt, powerful waterfalls crash into the valleys. This constant battle between fire and ice makes Iceland one of the most dramatic landscapes on Earth. To live here, people must learn to respect nature, because here, nature is not just beautiful, it is powerful, dangerous, and alive. Iceland is a vast land of mountains, glaciers, and volcanoes. But behind all that beauty, it is home to less than 400,000 people, smaller than many towns in Asia. Yet this small population carries a heart bigger than its size. In Iceland, people live in small, colorful towns by the sea, where fishing boats line the shore and children grow up, listening to old legends of Vikings and heroes. Life here is built on community. In a place where winter nights are long and storms can arrive without warning, survival is not about being alone, it is about standing together. Neighbors are not just neighbors, they are like family. When someone needs help, the whole town comes together, whether it is repairing a roof after a storm, sharing food during hard times, or celebrating festivals with music and dance. Icelanders are proud storytellers, passing down their history through songs, sagas, and poetry for over 1,000 years. Even though they are few in number, their culture is rich, their voice is strong, and their spirit unbreakable. This is why Iceland is called a small nation with a big heart, because in a world where nature can be harsh, the true strength of the people lies not in numbers but in unity, culture, and the love they carry for one another. What does daily life look like in Iceland? It may seem simple, but it is a life shaped by nature in every way. Imagine waking up in a small wooden house painted in bright colors, surrounded by snowy mountains and the sound of waves crashing from the North Atlantic Ocean. The air is so fresh that people often say it tastes cleaner than anywhere else in the world. Every home in Iceland is warmed by geothermal energy, hot water that rises directly from beneath the earth. It heats their houses, powers their kitchens, and even fills outdoor swimming pools with natural warmth, even while snow falls around them. Children grow up learning not only from books, but from nature itself, fishing with their parents, listening to folktales of Vikings, and walking through landscapes that feel like another planet. Food is simple but pure: fresh fish caught daily, lamb raised in open fields, and dairy products passed down from generations. In the evening, families gather not in big cities full of noise, but in small towns where everyone knows each other's name. Some nights are filled with music and storytelling, other nights with silence as the northern lights dance above their roofs. Life in Iceland may not have the chaos of skyscrapers, traffic, or massive shopping malls, but that is what makes it unique. Here, people live side by side with nature, respecting it, depending on it, and celebrating it. For Icelanders, daily life is not about rushing, it is about balance, harmony, and finding happiness in the little things. To live in Iceland is to live with strength. The Icelandic spirit is built on resilience, the ability to endure the darkest winters, the strongest storms, and the longest nights. For months, the sun can almost disappear, leaving the land in cold, endless darkness. And yet the people never give up. They sing, they tell stories, they gather together to keep the light alive in their hearts. This spirit of resilience comes from history. For centuries, Icelanders have lived on the edge of survival, facing volcanic eruptions, unpredictable seas, and harsh winters. But instead of breaking them, these challenges made them stronger. They learned to adapt, to find joy even in silence. and to celebrate life when the world outside seemed frozen. Even today, this spirit remains. You see it in their music, full of power and emotion. You see it in their sports, where a tiny nation can defeat giants. And you see it in the way they welcome strangers, turning hardship into hospitality. Iceland may be small, but its spirit is fierce, a reminder that true strength does not come from size, but from courage, unity, and the fire within the heart. In Iceland, nature is never far away. No matter where you stand, the land reminds you of its power and its beauty. Imagine driving just a few minutes, and suddenly you see a massive waterfall crashing into the valley. A little further, and you walk on black sand beaches, where the waves sound like thunder. Look up, and the mountains rise like giants, shaped by fire and ice over thousands of years. For the people of Iceland, this is not just scenery. This is daily life. Nature is their neighbor, their teacher, and sometimes their enemy. When the earth shakes with a volcanic eruption, they do not run away, they adapt, rebuild, and continue. When storms block the roads for days, they wait patiently, knowing the land cannot be controlled, only respected. It is this constant closeness to nature that gives Iceland its fairy tale feeling. Travelers often say being in Iceland feels like stepping into another world, a place of myths and legends. For Icelanders, it is simply home, a reminder that the beauty of nature is also a test of strength, and that living in harmony with the land is the only way to survive. Iceland is more than just a country of fire and ice. It is a story of survival, of beauty, and of the human spirit. In a land where the nights can last for months, people still find ways to keep the light alive. In a land where volcanoes can erupt without warning, they rebuild and stand strong. And in a land where nature is wild and unforgiving, they learn not to fight against it, but to live with it. What makes Iceland truly special is not only its breathtaking landscapes, it is the people. Fewer than 500,000 souls, yet their culture, resilience, and unity have made Iceland known across the world. From music that carries ancient sagas to sports where a small nation can defeat giants, Iceland shows us that greatness is not about numbers, but about heart. And so Iceland teaches us one lesson. Happiness and strength can be found even in the harshest of places. Fire and ice may battle forever, but in the middle of it, people have created harmony. That is why Iceland is not just a land you visit. It is a land that inspires you, a land that reminds you of the beauty and courage hidden inside the human spirit.